So I was born and raised in a city that's, I think, is very similar to Oklahoma City. It's Little Rock, Arkansas. And as I grew older and traveled to different places and would meet people and tell them where I'm from, they would always, it'd be one of two things would come to mind. Either the first thought would be Bill Clinton, the home old president, and the second thought would be banging in Little Rock. So if you ever heard of banging in Little Rock, raise your hand. Oh, not me. Okay. All right. Well, so Banging in Little Rock was an infamous HBO special, a documentary that was, I believe, released in around 1993 that highlighted negative aspects of Little Rock, Arkansas. It really highlighted gang violence, poverty, and crime. So that was those were the perspectives that people had basically when it came to thinking about Little Rock. And so, fortunately, I had the opportunity of experiencing the good and the bad, right? So I grew up in a single-parent household. My mother was very strong, very intelligent, kept me on the right path. I had great family support around me. She also attended a church, and she worked in a law firm that really supplied great role models that were awesome models for me to aspire to become. It was a black law firm that I spent a lot of time in when I was young, and so those lawyers would, let me run into their office and be bad and touch files and really see what it was that they did. So my mother would work late nights, so I would go to the Boys and Girls Club, the local Boys and Girls Club, immediately after school. And Boys and Girls Clubs are like a safe haven, for kids in the neighborhoods that they were in. I think our Boys Club is in a relatively nice place over here in Western, but in Little Rock, they were in the middle of some of those places that you might have seen on Banging in Little Rock. So I had a great mixture of a positive place to be, and then when I stepped outside those doors, I would be in the middle of the hub of, where you would see negative results of poverty. And so it was both of those experiences that kind of balanced me out, I would say. A story I like to tell that kind of speaks to those both sides was that in high school, I had a best friend that was like a brother. He had a strong one, his name was Clint. We walked alike, talked alike, thought alike, ate alike, dressed alike. The only difference was we were from two different environments and backgrounds. So as we became juniors, we kind of went our separate ways. He towards, I guess I would say, the hood, and me towards higher education. And I would say that the only difference between he and I were the circumstances that we came up in. And that's something to think about. So I still think about, we keep in touch, but I feel a little guilty when I think back that I may have left him and my hometown behind. And so as I went on to college, I came to Oklahoma then. College allowed me to have the opportunity to experience, actually do some traveling, experience other cities, and see what these cities were doing around their urban cores. And I also had the opportunity to do research and learn more about educational gaps and the causes of those. And I believe, I majored in engineering. A lot of my peers who visited these cities alongside me, I felt they were motivated, perhaps, to move to cities like this, where there was already, progressive mindset. There were these amenities. There was this placemaking that was taking place that was very attractive to a young professional. Well, for me, I was inspired differently. I was inspired to go back home and create the type of placemaking that they had. So, really, that brings me to where we kind of are today. A couple of things that I figured out once I graduated college was that, Northeast Oklahoma City, to me, was so much like my part of town in Little Rock, Arkansas. It reminded me of that. And the second thing was that I met my future wife and daughter, so I probably wasn't going to be able to go back home anytime soon. changes, right? And so I made the choice to live, work, play in Northeast Oklahoma City. And it was amazing. I think it was the best decision, obviously. But due to my experience in education, I immediately had opportunities and access to leadership roles, right? To engage within different areas of Northeast Oklahoma City that others may not have. Within education, I worked for the Gear Up program. Within economic development, I was able to become a board member for the Black Chamber of Commerce. Health and wellness, so on and so forth. I was afforded these opportunities because I guess maybe the assumption that I had capacity for leadership. And so with those opportunities, taking advantage of those came more, right? And so we're going to fast forward. Northeast Oklahoma City was able to create a TIF district, tax increment finance district, that is, modeled kind of like after MAPS, right? So we saw great success in MAPS in terms of what type of economic opportunities it was able to generate for, Bricktown, Deep Deuce, right? Midtown, Uptown. And so this was an opportunity for us to see that same type of economic catalyst in Northeast Oklahoma City. So people who were instrumental in that were the Alliance for Economic Development, Councilman John Pettis. And it was during that time that the Alliance decided that they wanted to do things a little bit differently in terms of these redevelopment efforts than had been done in the past. And they wanted to have an intentional effort to engage the community. So they seeded what was called the Northeast Renaissance Steering Committee. I was able to become a part of that committee, and that committee ultimately is the group that, or I should say the role of that committee was really to kind of be an advocate and a voice of the community, while also vetting development projects, being able to provide input and feedback on these development projects before they were to take place in Northeast Oklahoma City, which is a great opportunity. As we continue to evolve and grow and formalize, we realized that we wanted to create some unique programming that would be more that could be more of a catalyst to the type of inclusive redevelopment that we want to see in Northeast Oklahoma City. And so, as we continue, we not only created alongside, or I should say in partnership with the great organization Leadership Oklahoma City, we created the One OKC event. All right? And so the purpose of One OKC, as many of you might have guessed by now, is really to showcase the future vision of Northeast Oklahoma City. We definitely wanted people to understand, we wanted the community and the broader Oklahoma City community to understand that the future is bright for Northeast Oklahoma City, and that we definitely want not only the community to be included and engaged, but we want the broader community to realize that it's, you can come and visit, you can come and patronize, you can even come and live in Northeast Oklahoma City. And so One OKC embodies that, and we wanted for it to become a catalyst in and of itself to provide local businesses an opportunity to be seen, to provide local organizations an opportunity to really just kind of be a part, and of course the people to be a part of this renaissance and of this growth. And so along with that event, the steering committee felt that in order to be able to do that and other types of programming that could also be catalysts, we needed to transition into a nonprofit organization. So Northeast Renaissance Steering Committee became Northeast OKC Renaissance Inc. And so now Northeast OKC Renaissance Inc. is the host of One OKC. I might mention that we worked with Leadership Oklahoma City's Loyal Class 11 to create One OKC. That class did such an amazing job that the event was awarded with Neighborhood Alliance's Neighborhood Project of the Year Award. One OKC was considered a LAP project, and that's if anyone who's participated in the Loyal program, one thing they do is the Loyal Action Project, and so that's the acronym is LAP. So this year we want to build on the success that we had last year. We're located on Northeast 23rd Street now, whereas last year we were at Douglas Mid-High School. So we're in the heart of Northeast Oklahoma City. We're going to be shutting down the block, as I like to say, kind of in a style that many of you may have seen in Open Streets over on Northwest 23rd. But we will be doing this on Northeast 23rd. We have great community business support, and we really consider it just a great event and a great opportunity to get involved and to get engaged with the Northeast Renaissance. So with that, obviously, my path, I feel, led to my engagement in Northeast Oklahoma City, and I really feel like the purpose of Food for Thought is to inspire others to find their renaissance. So you obviously, we would love to have people join in our movement and be a part of what's going on in Northeast Oklahoma City. We have immediate opportunities when it comes to One OKC. We could use volunteers. We definitely could use some help promoting, and we could always use some sponsorships. We actually could use about $5,000 right now. So we are definitely looking to fund the budget to make this year's the best. And so we definitely want people to understand and know that what we're doing in Oklahoma City is going to be of high quality and a great experience for everyone. And so what I'll leave you with is first of all, thanking you for your time, and just to kind of reiterate that we have great opportunity, and if you've had the chance to build capacities where others haven't, then I think that my charge to you is to find your renaissance.